big rock hits the Earth, and it transforms the surface essentially into a vapor.
Many species were wiped out. The total biomass on the Earth decreased tremendously.
They've estimated the coordinates at the point of impact.
We have a comet coming in at 135,000 miles an hour.
This is the moment of truth.
Anything that's unprotected is going to die within the first few minutes after this impact.
The tsunami waves leave the Gulf of Mexico and into the Atlantic Ocean.
Most of the sunlight will not make it to the surface.
Surface temperatures may rise as high as 600 or 700 degrees.
What should a person do in this kind of a situation? What's your best option for survival?
Daddy, I want to go home.
Today, a routine commute will become a nightmare. At the world's largest observatory in Hawaii, one man is the eyes of the world. Astrophysicist Noah Boyle.
Hi, Jack. Thanks, John.
Control rooms
I checked my data again.
Space agencies around the world have been on red alert ever since. This project, established under the most intense pressure imaginable, represents the collective brain power of our planet.
We'll have to blast at least a tenth of the comet to deflect it from its orbit.
Aboard the Ariane 5.
As the comet hurtles toward Earth, a missile races toward the comet. It carries a nuclear warhead 800 times more powerful than the Hiroshima bomb. Mankind awaits the outcome.
Rappelez-vous, il y a près de 6 mois, la fusée
In Paris, the Vatone family reflects the world's fear. The missile is the only chance to divert the comet.
Have they blown it up?
They will. Don't you worry.
À 2 minutes de l'impact de la sonde, voici les images de la comète transmises en direct.
The clump of ice and rubble travels at more than 125,000 miles an hour. In Texas, Fernando Martinez works to support his wife and children back home in Mexico.
On this day, where the destiny of our precious world is at stake, the government...
Like so many, he prays science will deflect disaster. But the mission is a long shot. To divert a comet requires a rocket larger than any on Earth. So scientists retrofit Europe's Ariane 5, the largest rocket available. It must travel 6 months to reach the comet in time.
The rendezvous point will be at about the distance of the planet Mars, and that will be some 4 weeks before the comet is due to impact the Earth.
Dr. Harris's job is preventing doomsday, inventing ways to deflect or destroy objects that threaten Earth.
If this doesn't work, there's absolutely nothing we can do to avoid the greatest natural catastrophe that civilization has ever experienced.
This is the moment of truth. May God be with us all.
If they don't crack it, the sensor at least will give us the exact position of the comet.
direct hit, but course unchanged.
Papa, what's going to happen now?
De l'impact, il est situé.
Notstandsgesetze.
Word of the failed mission races across the globe, except to places impenetrable to news. For Lomama of the Baka pygmy tribe, today's concern is the same as yesterday's: food. What they seek isn't in the heavens.
No, Maria. I'm sure you're safe in Yucatan. I'll be with you soon, Maria.
How's our little baby doing? Good. And Luisa? Hey, little lady.
No, Maria. I'll take the smaller roads. I should be there in about 3 days. Stop worrying. I love you.
With the Comet unstoppable, Fernando has only one goal: get home. In rural Mexico, farmers have enough food to survive the crisis. But cities rely on daily truckloads. When the trucks stop running, panic. Stockpiles of food, water, medicine, and fuel will last only a few months. Then what? No one knows the havoc the comet will wreak, only that nothing will slow it down.
We have a comet coming in at 135,000 miles an hour. It's 8 miles across, and it's going to hit the Earth at almost all of that velocity. The atmosphere counts for nothing.
Professor Melash studies impact cratering, planetary tectonics, and the physics of earthquakes and landslides.
Something like that will release 100 million megatons of energy. It plows through the atmosphere in a second or two. Whether it's a deep ocean or not, doesn't matter. It's so much bigger than even the depth of the deepest ocean that it just blasts out a huge crater. This is going to obliterate all the life on a continental scale. Anything that's unprotected is going to die within the first few minutes after this impact.
In Hawaii, Noah Boyle and his team track the comet to answer one burning question.
Okay, Chad. Now 2 degrees south.
Where will it hit? So far, any place is a target.
Okay, I see. We'll just have to wait.
Wow. This thing's putting out 100,000 kilograms of dust per second. That's like 10 times more than Comet Halley in 1986. No wonder it's got such a big tail.
Noah? I've got a leak from a friend in Arecibo. They've estimated the coordinates at the point of impact.
Have they released it?
No, it's top secret. They won't go public until they've got an evacuation plan.
To calculate the point of impact took a different kind of telescope. Arecibo, Puerto Rico, home of the world's second largest radio telescope. It supplies data 10 times more accurate than optical telescopes. So accurate, it can predict the point of impact within a few miles.
The problem with this is we have to wait until the comet is really quite close to the Earth, about 2 weeks before the impact. But at that time, it will be possible to transmit a radio signal to the comet. The comet will reflect a part of this signal, and that will be then received at the ground as an echo. Now, the transmitted signal will have a particular frequency, and the echo will have a slightly different frequency. And on the basis of these radar data, that we will then be able to calculate exactly where on the surface of the Earth and at what time the comet will hit.
Anything within 1,000 miles that sees that fireball will be incinerated.
6 days from the comet's impact, Fernando heads to meet his family in Mexico. With his cell phone fading, he's cut off from news. The world has already learned the truth. The comet will land in the Yucatan Peninsula, Fernando's very destination. How do you evacuate a nation?
In diesem konkreten Fall,
there is no historical precedent for an entire state and its entire population being evacuated.
seine Gesellschaft evakuiert hat.
Professor Dombrowski is a renowned disaster management specialist and a consultant to the German government.
There will be individual attempts at self-evacuation. People will try to just drive away, hundreds of thousands of them. But I think the prospect of a state-organized national evacuation is totally unfeasible.
Madame, Monsieur, bonsoir. Bienvenue dans ce journal de 20 heures entièrement consacré à la comète. Il y a 3 jours, les scientifiques ont pu déterminer que le lieu de l'attaque...
Michelle, from now on, do not take Sarah out alone.
Oh, Papa, no one's
Michelle, end of discussion.
I'll come down once I'm ready, okay, Sherry? Give me half an hour.
Even thousands of miles away, they brace for impact. In Hawaii, nothing to do but go home.
What are you doing? Don't you want to be with your family when it hit?
My parents died in a car crash when I was 15. My dad used to take me camping. We'd lie in our sleeping bags looking at the stars. Now I've got a front row seat. I'm not giving it up.
Okay, take care of yourself, all right? And look after Shang for me.